podcast. All right, 1, 2, 3. Oh.
What it do, baby?
What is up, H-Town?
What is going down, baby?
Welcome back to another episode of the Be Someone
podcast. Yo, what a fucking good year to start off, man. Fucking Envy was here. Good
was
fucking
here.
Surprises.
Yeah, and then he like kept his word. We're actually training with him. That's why your boy look
massive.
Yeah. So hey, shout out to Envy. Thanks for everything, bro. We're starting 2020 fucking great and amazing. Jay, how is your year going so far?
Bro, it's been going so fucking good. One of my top goals is to make 120 this year, and I'm already fucking producing at work, so life's good. This podcast is going to be even fucking better this year. I'm fucking ready. Are you fucking ready?
I'm fucking ready.
Oh, fucking go, baby.
I wasn't, but now I am.
Yeah. All right.
So today we have something different and something special for you.
A special guest.
That's my special effects.
Hey, you better auto-tune that hoe.
Yeah. Chill, bro. This ain't Young Codeine.
Anyways, we got a special guest for you tonight, and it's going to be by the name of
Rebecca. And all of y'all know her on Instagram by Akayourfavmom.
your favorite mom. She about to come out right now.
Whoop.
Yo! Here we go, Becca.
That was my cool entrance.
What's up, Becca?
Yeah.
How you doing today?
This entrance is like
guys.
perfect with her because if y'all know her, she's like different.
Different how?
Different in a good way.
Different in a great way.
Yeah,
yes.
different in a good way.
Okay, I like that. I like different then.
So, Becca,
Hi, guys.
how do you feel being our first
The
female
For real.
guest?
I feel honored. This is badass. Just being here
Fuck
live, seeing the setup. I just feel like I'm in the stepping stones of history. Like I'm experiencing the history being done right before my eyes.
And
Really cool.
you've
That
been
makes you feel
you've been
good.
a big
Yeah.
fan to our podcast. You've been like watching every show. I mean, you put your 2 cents in everything, and I like that.
Like.
That's what counts.
do.
And that's what's going to get us money
Yeah.
one day.
Well,
Yeah.
always like tradition, we have some drinks in the back. So if you turn around, you do got some drinks.
She's drinking some vodka with lime.
Some vodka with lime.
Oh, we gotta cheers.
Everybody. Becca doesn't
Yeah.
drink. Becca doesn't drink, which
Pure
we're
vodka.
okay with it.
Yeah. Cool.
Pure H2O.
It's 2020, and we say we're not going to drink. Me and Jay, we're only drinking
for the podcast.
for you guys, you know.
With
But-
you in mind.
Exactly.
But we're not going to be here to make anybody drink. But anyways, cheers to our first
Let's
female
go.
guest, and cheers to be someone in a great year.
Yes, sir.
You're now tuned into the Be Someone podcast with your hosts, Jesus and Jay Santana. So take a seat, grab a beer, and get ready to experience Houston's dopest podcast. Get it.
All right, Becca. So it's very, very good to have you on the show. Thanks for being on the show.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks for the invite. I was just being a fangirl, being like, Jesus, this is so cool. And then he was like, oh, you want to be a guest? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, she
my
did not
whole
expect
life
it.
I've been wanting to do that.
Let's get to
I'm
that
kidding.
first. You guys
Yeah,
know
but
each
what
other?
I love about Becca is that like her whole Instagram is like so cool, and she interacts with her followers, and like she
Okay.
has a lot of cool posts, and like I'm like, dude, you're like YouTube material. Why haven't you started your own channel? You
Why
know?
Oh my God, I feel the same way. Honestly, like I love that, but I feel like in my honest self, like I haven't been on my A game for a long time, and I'm just so irritated with myself because I'm not. But before we get into that, I should just tell you who I am. But should I?
Go ahead. No, go
Okay.
ahead. Go ahead.
So I'm Becca. we went to school together, Morton Ranch.
We met junior high,
Junior
8th grade,
high, yeah.
art class.
Shout out.
It was an art class, legit. Oh my god! So it's funny story. In that art class, I was like the class clown in a bad way because the teacher hated me. So I feel like back then I loved art, but because of that teacher and just like me being hyper and I don't know, just
Dude, but that teacher was a bitch. Like she was bad. She was a bad teacher.
She was a really bad
like
teacher.
art was supposed to be
Yeah.
fun. That's the only reason I took it too.
Exactly. Yeah, and honestly, she just made me get away from art and being artistic because my whole high school life, I wasn't really into
Yeah.
art. I just stopped caring about it.
Okay.
So then I did all of that, right? And then senior year of, after I graduated, I got pregnant. And then...
Whoa.
Okay. I won't like skip around. So I got pregnant. I was freaking out. I thought my life was over like anybody would. And now like saying it out loud is like, that's so stupid. But it was. Like I was freaking out. Baby daddy was very supportive. So that was very nice. And then I had my son. I was like, you know what? I can do it by myself. It's great. Like, because I was scared to be a single
Yeah,
mom
for sure. I feel like
before having him.
I feel like even now I'm scared. You know, I can only imagine what you went through like back then.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, but
It's baby steps, bro. That's why you get dogs. That's why you get puppies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you interact
exactly.
with the puppies.
Well, Becca said, "Fuck a puppy. I'm having a kid first."
Well, she's scared. She's scared.
it's like, right, that's what happened.
Well, how's that like that whole experience of having a kid?
It's great because ever since then, I feel like my life has been completely different, but completely amazing, and
Nice.
there's like happiness every single day. Just because once you do have a kid, and the baby stage, like they wake up and they're like, they're so happy, like so happy, it's contagious.
Becca,
Shout out Jonas.
Shout out your kid.
Yeah.
What's the kid's name?
Jonas or
Jonas.
Jonas.
Yeah.
He-
It depends.
Gotcha.
He's like,
How old is he?
he's 6 now. It's crazy.
Dang,
like,
that's crazy.
6, yeah.
Nice.
I'm always like, I'm
So
a
he's
baby.
a kid. He's
Oh yeah.
He's
Not a
he's a
baby.
graduated kid. Like I'm
Yeah.
a kid.
I'm still like telling people, yeah, I'm a mom. I have a baby, and it's like, people are expecting
what's
a
up.
1-year-old. Like,
Well, I think
6 months.
when I was telling my girl about it, I was like, "Oh look, this is Becca. You haven't met her. She's gonna be in our podcast tomorrow. Like she has a baby." And I was like, showing her your
Right.
Instagram, but like, oh, her kid is pretty big. I was like, well, yeah.
Yeah, time flies.
It does. It does.
Yeah. Anyway, so then, whenever he was like about 1, at around that age, I got obsessed with Instagram. So I would post them a lot. And then every time I would go to work or like see random friends or family, they'd be like, "Oh, I love seeing Jonas. Like, it's so like it makes me so happy. Like, you're my favorite mom to follow. You're my favorite young mom."
Okay.
People kept saying that, and at the time, I wanted to change my Instagram name, so I was like, okay, AKA your fave mom.
Okay, so
that's
you beat
how
us to the
I
question.
know, I'm sorry. I just
You're like, I look at your video so much and I already know what you're gonna ask me, so I'm just
Yeah.
gonna say it by myself.
Yeah.
I memorized every question, guys. I'm kidding.
Okay.
So that's pretty
like
much
your
like
name.
her
That's-
nickname.
That's like
Okay,
the
okay,
story
okay.
behind
Instagram.
the name.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
okay.
pretty cool. Yeah, I always wonder why, like I was like, is she giving herself the credit of like everybody's favorite mom? That everybody
Mom-
was actually calling you
She's like
that.
mom of the
Yeah.
year.
No, I feel that, but so like I've been thinking a lot about my name and how in some essence like everybody knows a young mom, and hopefully most likely they have love for her and love for that kid. So like in your world, you
Right.
didn't know me before this, so
Right.
I'm sure you knew a young mom.
Right.
So I'm sure, well, maybe not, but maybe like you scroll and you're like, oh yeah, like I love that little kid. Like,
Oh,
I
trust
always
me,
see
we know
him.
more than one
Yeah,
young
maybe.
mom.
So to you,
Living in this day and age.
Yo,
That's
shout
true.
out young
to all the-
moms.
yeah, so like I'm
Keep
not
hustling.
basically basically every young mom might be AKA your fave mom.
Yeah.
You know, because in the circle of friends, they're like, oh, that's my bestie, that's my fave mom.
Right.
But you're
You
our
know?
fave mom.
Exactly. So I feel like that name can be taken like for other young moms, you know?
Right. So let me ask you this. So whenever that happened, whenever you became a mom, that changed up your whole life?
Whole life.
Okay.
I remember back then I was trying to get into the Air Force. I
I
wanted to
was
be a
too.
pilot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then I got pregnant and I was like, never mind.
Well, there goes my dream.
Yeah, like I'll do something else. No, actually, I still try to be a pilot. I wanted to go to TSU because they have an aviation program, but I don't know. That school took too long to actually make that program come alive.
Mm.
So then I was like, I got to do something else. So then I chose graphic design.
Okay.
What made you choose graphic design?
Okay, so for me being obsessed with Instagram, that just like sparked creativity in me. And in a sense, I was like, oh, I love being creative and taking pictures. Like, what happened to me? And then I realized my 8th grade teacher took that away from me. Cause like,
dude, fuck you, 8th grade teacher.
Yeah,
I hate
Harris,
you too.
I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Miss Paris?
Yeah, Miss Harris. Like,
Miss Harris. I was like, Miss
she was
Paris.
a big white
I think
lady.
she was just going through some stuff.
She
in her
was.
life
She was.
that
Like, you would see
triggered
her and like she would like be angry
was
at
a
the whole
mess.
fucking world.
Yeah.
Oh, I love those teachers.
Dude,
always
but like
fuck with
yeah,
them.
like she fucked art class for us. But like, isn't it
Thank
crazy
you.
that now
Yeah.
we're doing art?
Yes. So it was just a weird realization for me to be like, oh, I like this, and I forgot it was there.
Okay, for the
Yeah.
viewers, real fast, they don't know what graphic design is. Can you tell them a little bit what graphic design is?
I feel like graphic design is everywhere. Like, it's in the milk, it's in the bread, it's in the logos in your car. It's basically everywhere. Like, it's all right here. So basically, how people make these
canvas.
type of graphics, a graphic designer makes it.
There you go.
But really, nowadays, any website makes it for you for free. So
And I feel like graphic designs is popping right now,
yeah.
and
Which is, I feel like
in this world,
it's the
'cause
internet, you know, that's,
exactly.
like,
Internet's
future.
taking over. So like, I feel like you're in a good position, to get business, get customers, get referrals, get things like that. So that's pretty good.
Do you have a lot of work in that right now?
That's so true. I do custom logos or logos for small business owners that know me by word of mouth.
Okay, that's
So
good.
like that type of thing comes and goes like ever so often. So it's good for me. So I'm
Yeah.
not like, oh, I have 5 logos to make this month.
Yeah.
Instead, it's like, oh, you have this amount of time to make one.
Well, for the 1,000 of viewers that are watching us right now, if you're like a small company and need a logo, hit our girl Rebecca. Here's her Instagram.
Honestly, what I tell people is like, come up with what you have like in your head. If you can, put it on paper. Go above and beyond and go to a website and try to make one on yourself. And then come see me.
But see, like, I feel like some people don't have it. Like, I feel like I've seen people try, and then they're like, "Oh, what do you think about this?" Like, oh,
It's like, how do I say this?
like, here, let me do it for you.
This guy. So let me ask you this: are you a freelancer or do you work for a company?
I do both. So I
Okay.
feel like I always tell my nephews I do a lot of random things. So I work with an agency that they do marketing for small business owners around the area.
Okay.
So I'm their freelance photographer. So when they need me, they'll email me and then I go. And then I also have clients on my own that I work with, small business owners. I
Okay.
help them make like social media content.
Okay.
Usually it's like once a month type of thing. Like we meet up, we take the pictures, I edit them, and then they have the content for the next month.
Okay.
And I also do, the usual like couples. I love doing couples,
Dude,
like
I love
shooting
'em.
couples.
Me and my girl were looking at all the
Babies,
pictures
too.
you took for
Yeah.
couples. Our favorite
Right.
ones are the ones you take for weddings. Dude, those are come out like pretty badass.
El
But it's like,
romántico.
and I feel like, dude, and I feel like some people are not even like that great looking, but Rebecca makes them look like really good. Like, how did you do this?
I really just try to like catch somebody, like catch you when you're being yourself. Like
Yeah.
say a corny joke. I'm always with my jokes. I'm sure people are like, you're not funny, but I'll laugh.
Like,
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure you had some funny like characters that came across to you and took pictures of. Did you?
Funny characters.
Like funny, just couples.
Yeah.
Like I just like.
Oh, not funny, but like definitely this one. So I've
Okay,
been
go ahead.
second shooting for weddings because I want to get into weddings. And so I was actually lead shooting for this one wedding. So basically that means I'm the only one taking pictures.
cool.
The bride and groom are right there on the stage. They just got married and they're like, okay, first kiss. The guy holds her like from here and they do a peck. They just,
No way.
yeah. And then they just stand there. And then they literally like the bride is here and then like a lot of room and then it's the groom.
Okay.
And they just hold hands and I'm like, That cannot be the picture. The picture is so like.
All right,
Oh,
no.
it's the worst. To me, I was just like, you
that couple
cannot.
is fraud. They're in it for the papers. I'm telling you, they're in it for the papers.
I hope not.
That's
that
funny.
just
That's
pissed me
funny.
off because it's like you paid so much money for
Yeah.
this
Right.
for that. Like no.
That's crazy.
One
crazy,
pack, bro.
crazy.
One pack. That's all you need.
But I mean, it's like it's supposed to be the happiest day of your life. You know?
course.
So like, go all in, bro.
Yeah, like what's making
Put
you
it
feel
put, put it all
awkward?
out there,
Yeah.
bro. You
I
what
don't
I'm
know. Maybe
saying?
she did something that upsetted him, and
I mean, we're not gonna talk about this.
They were
couple
just
here.
a weird couple.
Anyways.
Okay.
So you do a lot of photographing too, right?
Yeah.
You do like photo sessions, stuff like that.
Yeah, I like doing all of that.
So
I also like
How does that work?
photography.
Like you do like a whole hour, or like you take a day, or what? Like,
I have different packages. Basically, it's really what you want.
Let's talk about the packages though. Like,
Okay.
let's get into the Becca photography. Like, let's get into it. Like,
Okay.
tell me about the process. How it go?
Usually they hit me up. I ask them like, what is it that you want? But I guess I feel like that might not be the greatest question because most people will probably be like, well, I don't know what
They
I
don't know
want.
what they want. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Or like, I don't know any locations, which is fine because I know places and
Okay.
like if you need help getting dressed, like I will tell you what to wear because that's what I hate. Like a photo shoot session and the couple is pretty, but they're wearing something whack. That just pisses me off. Cause like, why are you wearing those jeans? Why are you like? So I definitely love to help and tell like advice.
good, like in
Gotcha.
dressing and like places and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I even take hats with me so that I can be like, let me put it on you, and then they look great, you know.
Yeah, we're having confessions
Badass.
from a photographer right now. This is great. This is like the back.
Like,
this is
no-
behind the scenes, bro.
And like, no wonder I've been looking at your photo sessions. Like, a lot of people are wearing the same hat.
Really. I need to
Like,
get
we
more.
were looking through the pictures. I was with my girl.
Did you
Like,
really?
yeah, I like that hat. Like, oh shit, it's here again.
Yeah, that's lit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
I should get a new hat.
Okay. So you got like the locations too. Like you got
Yeah.
your locations marked up and too and everything, or what?
You ever like
Somewhat.
drive by through somewhere like,
Oh,
oh,
all the
look, that would
time.
be a
Yeah.
badass
Okay,
place.
All the
I
time.
like to hear about
Yeah.
There's
that.
like this place on Gessner and Clay. Like if you know that area, you know
Gessner
there
and Clay.
used to be an old golf course. It got taken down. On the other side, there's like nothing. Right there, there's trees that are super tall, but it's so beautiful. And I actually had a session there not too long ago, which I'm still editing, and the pictures will look badass. Like I cannot
Nice.
wait. Like I'm like debating if I should go in there and
Okay.
take pictures of myself because it looks really cool.
So, all right, for a photographer, like what kind of things do you like?
Or like what inspires me.
yeah.
But let's see. I feel like for me, colorful stuff. As you can see, my shirt is colorful.
You got like the whole rainbow.
My
here.
Instagram is very colorful. My face is colorful. Just kidding. So like things like that, walls, just like a garage door, or just not necessarily graffiti, but like an art wall. Like all of the Heights, Ito, all of the walls over there are like inspiring.
And that's
to
cool
me.
about Houston. They have like a lot of walls, like cool walls, you know?
Yeah.
Oh my god, sorry. You guys, this has been like a goal of mine for like 2 years now. So like I live in Spring Branch and like I have a love for Spring Branch.
The Bubba
And it pisses me off that you gotta drive into the city just to see like a cool art wall,
Yeah.
you know? So I'm like, I need to step up and make a mural in Spring Branch and just bring the
That would
art
be lit.
here,
Yeah,
That would be
know?
awesome.
You know what? Me and Jay were talking
Yes.
about that this weekend. We're like, look, we're in downtown,
on Sunday.
and I was like, you know what? My goal, like in life, is to have a mural of us, you know,
Yeah.
like made here, like this is the Be Someone podcast crew, you know, like
So that's coming to you
yes.
soon.
That would be badass.
That would be
yeah.
so dope.
Have me there take pictures, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh yeah. That's
Already-
how I
already
feel
got this
too,
going.
though.
So now
Like,
I feel like we need to have a guest that actually draws to like get him into it.
to at least or to tell us like the process of like the paint.
Yeah,
Right,
You know,
yeah,
like,
exactly.
the details.
Because they get into it. Like, did you guys see like the Houston Astros one? Whenever they had their own murals,
Dude, I love
that was
that
awesome.
one. I love that one.
Did you
In
see that?
downtown?
No, they have it actually
They had
like
it
everywhere.
everywhere.
In Houston.
I think I remember.
They had one here like in downtown Houston, like in Katy, like in Cinco Ranch.
There's one in Katy?
There's one in Cinco Ranch, yeah.
No way.
Yeah,
Where?
yeah. I mean, shit. I think it's like La Centera, like one of the walls in La Centera.
For real.
I
Yeah.
think I saw some like in City Center.
Yeah,
maybe.
I know there's one La Centera,
Mhm.
but either way, it's like, dude, these art and it's always a different artist. Like this whole playoffs, they were fucking just going at it.
No way. That's fucking
I wanted to
awesome.
contact one of you guys.
What's your biggest goal
Yes.
for 2020? What's something that you just have to accomplish?
Definitely another like destination wedding or like an elopement.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us more about that one.
So for
So what happened? Like, did somebody like hire you to go and take pictures all the way over there?
So in October, I went to France to shoot a wedding.
France?
Yeah, they flew me
Yeah.
out there.
Holy
everything.
fucking shit!
Can we
I need to
can we
become a
put
photographer.
pictures on the podcast?
Yeah, for
All right.
sure. Mhm.
Boom.
Yeah.
Do one.
Boom.
Do one. All right, we have 3 pictures for you guys.
Right? It was awesome though.
All right, so now you have to send me 3 pictures.
I will.
That is
For sure. I'll
lit.
send you like my whole album. I'm just kidding. It was somebody I knew. But like for them, like in their head, it was like either we get a photographer over there, pay like $3,000 or $4,000 for 6-8 hours of coverage.
Damn.
Or we can bring her and she can take pictures during the whole trip
Mm-hmm.
and it's less money. And so I was
Damn.
like, yeah, take me.
They pay for
please.
your thing
They
too.
paid for everything. Yeah, it was
Damn.
great.
Damn, that's
I know.
so badass.
Yeah, I'm gonna start learning how to do this.
Yes.
And they came out really good. I love the
That's what's up.
pictures.
I know. I finally finished them all because it was so many pictures just from like every day. you
Yeah.
know?
How many days was it?
It was a whole week. Or, yeah, a week. Exactly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Damn.
I know. I
crazy.
never thought like I would go across,
Yeah.
I mean, I always thought eventually I'll go to Europe or like
Right.
over there,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I
But
never like set it as a goal of like next year I'm going to go, you know?
well,
Yeah.
so for this year you have like another one. Like you
Yeah.
want to have another one.
Definitely.
Is there somewhere where you would like love to go?
I feel like there's so many places within the U.S. I'm dying to go to Utah
Uh-huh.
and
Okay,
like
yeah,
Arizona,
Utah
that
sounds
area.
good, bro.
Yeah,
They have like
yeah.
a lot of mountains and shit.
Yeah.
Yes. So like, that's actually like my ideal place to get married, like Utah.
For real?
I want Utah. Yeah.
Damn, I'll probably check that place out this year then.
Yes. Go hiking.
Yeah.
Get in to your workout gear.
I wanted to do the snowboarding because I heard like in Salt Lake City.
sandboarding too.
Yeah.
Well, then
That
you got the
looks
lakes
cool.
too. Bro, there's just like a badass place to go visit.
For
And
real.
it's next to Colorado. You can do both.
Oh, you can go to Colorado and get
Yeah.
high. Bro, I love
Wow.
Colorado, bro.
Yeah. Nice. So what do you love about Colorado?
Just, well, I mean, I've only been in Denver,
Yeah.
and then like just I went.
Isn't
What
that
time
whenever
of the
you went
year
with
did you
everybody?
go?
January.
Oh,
This was like 2 years ago.
so it's cold.
Yeah. No. Okay. Funny story. Quick
All
story.
right.
Quick story.
It was
Okay,
actually summer.
No,
I was just really high.
So January, I went to Denver, right? And it was like a friend trip and shit. And this is my first time going to Colorado, so I'm thinking Colorado, cold. You know what I'm saying? Below degrees, whatever. So I'm actually shopping, and then I'm like buying these big ass fucking coats, and I'm buying everything, bro. I'm just like being a tourist, you know? I'm fucking buying everything here, and then I'm flying over there. And so I buy everything here, and then I go with a big ass fucking jacket.
Did you check the weather though?
Duh, he
No, of
didn't.
course, yeah.
I'm just wondering. Okay.
And it says, you know,
I don't think he checked it. No, and Jake, he doesn't think about those kind of
I
things.
don't need to. It's Denver. God damn it.
It's cold.
Yeah, exactly. So I go over there, and man, all right, we get into the airport, and then we go outside. I literally look like a fucking dumbass. Like I'm here with a big ass fucking jacket, and I have Timberlands on, and I have sweatpants. And I'm just like walking around. I'm like, all right. I'm like the only one with dressed like this, and like my friends are dressed like this too, and everybody, all the fucking all the locals and shit are wearing fucking shorts and flip flops.
No way.
Yes,
no
bro.
way.
I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
It was not that cold or what?
It wasn't cold. Bro, Houston was colder.
No way.
When I left Houston, this shit was like 30 degrees, and then when I went over there, it was like 45 or 50, and the sun was bright and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
No way.
And I'm just like, well, what's going on?
They were landing in the same city.
Bro, and it was funny. I saw some other Houstonians out there too, just like us,
No.
with Timberlands. I'm like, and I came across them. I'm like, where you guys from? And they're like, well, we're from Houston. I'm like, we too, bro.
The
We just-
whole plane looking like fucking Eskimos, bro.
Bro, I look like a goddamn Eskimo. Man. I'm like, man, all right. But that was just a quick
That's funny,
story,
bro.
man.
That's funny.
I want to go back again because of
Yeah.
snowboarding and shit like this, skiing.
Is there like anywhere you want to go this year? Well, you're going
Canada.
to Cancun, right?
I want to go to
Ooh,
Canada.
when are you going?
I want to go Cancun, Canada, and California. Those are 3 cities I want to visit.
California, bro. You have to go to California.
I know, man.
Yeah.
But for sure, I want to go to Canada. I just want to visit, like,
Yeah.
I want to go outside the country. Like, I've been in Mexico, but I want to go to Canada, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
They say it's beautiful. They say the people are there are awesome.
Yes.
I
I heard
mean-
they're
Do
really
they
friendly.
say that?
Well, that's what I hear. And then the
I don't know.
dollar,
I've
the,
heard they're really friendly.
the dollar over there, like the American dollar over there, is more.
It's called different.
It's different. Well, yeah.
I don't know.
Currency difference.
Mhm.
Currency.
I think they don't use like bills. They have like coins.
I don't know what it is, but I want to get into currency, like invest
Yeah, I
in
don't know.
currency.
You go and let us know. It's like whenever we went to the Renaissance Festival,
Yeah.
it was like everything was so different.
And they talk funny just for
Yeah,
fun.
I know. We get there and it was like, whoa. Did I just like come into a different world? Because it's like so different.
Yeah.
Once you like walk in, everybody's like dressed
And
differently.
they're all
Like,
talking in their
yeah,
accents.
exactly. And I was like, what the fuck just happened?
We all go into the bar and we don't know what to expect. And it's like, what you guys like today?
Yeah, like,
I
and then
can't
they
do that
charge in
voice.
pounds, right?
Yeah.
Did you go this
My
year?
lady.
Yeah, my lady. They always say my lady. My lady.
Just like, I'm a guy.
that was fun this year.
Did you go this year?
Yeah, I went. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I actually camped out there, so next year
No
you
way.
should come camp.
Wait, all right.
yeah.
So I've heard a lot about camping.
Yeah.
It's like a big party scene, or is it just like really
It's
chill?
because they have like a really, really big bonfire
Okay.
that's huge, and a lot of people go there and like hang out and I guess do their weird white
Bro.
stuff, white people shit.
I feel
When
like
I was there, I was like, I'm not white. I don't belong.
I feel like people be tripping on like LSD or mushrooms out there.
Yeah,
Dude.
they definitely do.
Well, like,
I'm with the elves.
yeah, that's fucking hilarious. That is hilarious.
That was funny. That was some
I
funny
think,
stuff.
Yeah, like I really want to go next year because I feel like we didn't get like a full
I
like
know.
experience.
Did you try like their food out there, like the fajita on? What's it like steak on
Steak
steak?
on
Steak on a
stick.
steak. Yeah,
I did sausage.
that was awesome.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
I forgot what I had.
I don't know.
All I know is I had elf ears and I rode a fucking elephant for the first time.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Do you feel like their skin is like so rough?
Fucking hell yeah.
But at the same time, I kind of felt bad for the elephants.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to be like a good person, but I really want to ride one, you know? I'm like, shit, what do I do?
Yeah,
You got it, big boy.
that's all they know.
Oh shit! All right,
Yeah.
so enough about this. All right, so 2020, you have a big vision. This or is it a company that you have, or is it just like is a small business that you have now?
I feel like I don't even know because
Like, do you have a name for it?
Yeah, my name is Akayourfavmom. I don't
Okay,
want to
okay,
use
okay.
like Rebecca Flores photography. You know?
Dude, that's so like Hispanic.
Yes. Plus, I'm like, I'm gonna get married eventually. Like,
Yeah.
it's gonna change. And,
Okay, there you
plus,
go.
I don't know. It's not that it's tacky, but it's just not for me. You know,
Yeah,
to use
yeah.
my
I
name.
hate that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Imagine the J and G, like, fuck,
Like,
no,
yeah.
we're gonna be the be someone.
Jen
Exactly.
is whatever. You know, it's too much. It's too much.
Yeah.
So
Okay, I
then,
feel that.
yeah. Honestly, though, think about it though. Like back in the day, all these like like in the early 2000s at least,
Mhm.
like all these people use their name for
Yeah.
whatever business they are.
Okay.
And nowadays, people are just using their Instagram name, right?
Yeah,
Think about
yeah.
it. Yes.
Let me ask you this: were you ever get into like the whole like drone, like filming? Because I
I
know
have-
that's big right now.
I have like 3 friends that own a drone. So
Yeah, I thought she was gonna say I have
feel
like 3 drones, you know,
No.
nothing. I'm like, damn, girls are
Stuff.
expensive.
No, it's like
Hey, yo,
the-
pass them on, pass them on.
I have
Sell 'em to me.
access to it, so I feel like
Uh-huh.
if I need it for a wedding, like I'll borrow it. But it's not
Okay.
really like in my like, oh, I want it.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay,
But it is cool.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha.
Mhm.
All right, so one question that I've like been wondering, because I know like it's usually guys that we have on the podcast. You know, us guys, we're like stupid and like make
Yeah.
stupid jokes. But it's like, what is the girl? Like, what does a girl think while watching this? Or do you recommend us do anything for us to like be more like female, like for like,
Yeah,
you know?
I feel that. Definitely have more girl guests, female guests.
Okay. Feel that.
Also, Honestly, like it's not that bad. Maybe because I feel like I'm very like I'm like a guy's friend, like a dude's friend. I don't know how to explain
I
that.
feel that.
No, yeah.
Like I'm very
she's pretty
chill.
Cool. She's like one of the guys.
Yeah, so I feel like I don't get grossed out easily, or
Let's
like
chug!
or like when if you say a dirty joke, like I'm laughing and I'm not saying, "Oh, how could you?" You know. My sister's sort of like the complete opposite. And
Dude,
they'll
she
be
is.
Like
Shout out, Mari.
Yeah.
Wait, I heard she's getting married.
Yeah, my sister's getting married.
When?
Yo, shout out your sister. I don't even know your sister.
Have they? Do they have a
August.
date?
Yeah.
August. Damn, Mari, you better invite us.
The
Just
party
kidding.
crew.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
We'll come through.
For
No,
real, like.
the thing is about weddings, like now that I've been working more weddings, is like it lasts so little, and then you spend so much money and time into it, and if you don't enjoy it, like you're just screwing yourself over. Like if you're doing it for your family, like you're wasting your time. Like
real.
do it your own way. I feel like.
Okay.
Well, what do you feel like would be your own way?
Oh my god, for me, I don't know if you guys know what an elopement is, but
I
elopement.
do not know what that is.
Yeah, an elopement is basically when you and your boo travel somewhere and like have the person that gets you married the officiant and like, your photographer or very special
Becca's just trying to
people.
get a
I
free
know,
ride.
right?
She's like, you
Yeah,
and your
just
y'all and
take
your
me, take
photographer.
I've been to France. I want to go to Brazil
Yeah.
now.
Everywhere.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, this would be a cool place to go. I'm just saying.
I'll show you guys a picture here
Oh,
of what it potentially can look like. Basically,
Uh-huh.
like if you see pictures on Instagram of people with like their wedding dress up in a mountain, that's what it is.
Okay, nice.
So
nice.
like that's what I want in Utah with like close friends or just me and Wilson. So that's
shout out Wilson.
Shout out Wilson. Yeah, and then just like I would say like rent an Airbnb and like have the time of your life with your best friends.
Yeah.
Like you know
Nice.
like get
That'd be
drunk,
dope as
sing,
fuck.
and,
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, because I feel like family thing is
Versus like
I mean,
a whole venue
Yeah.
and like I don't know. It's just a lot of money and
Hell yeah.
being in the business now, like I could see when like the bride and groom are really enjoying it versus when they're not fully
yeah,
enjoying
and it's
it.
like so much money
Yeah.
that's going to something that's like gonna
Hell
be
yeah,
gone in
dude.
one day. When you can
Yeah.
like spend all that money to have like a whole week for you and your you know
Yes.
partner. Yeah, or so you would go to Utah.
Yeah. And
Where
then,
would you go, Jay?
I don't know. I'll probably go to Spain or something.
Spain or
Damn.
something?
Yeah.
Dude, I like just like
Hell
getting
yeah.
out of fucking Texas, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about Texas, but
Yeah.
I mean, I live here. I mean, I reside here, but I want to get the fuck out.
Mhm.
a lot of people go
Go
to
travel.
to Iceland to get married there.
Greece.
Yes.
Greece,
yes,
Greece,
yes.
Greece,
Yeah,
Greece.
Greece.
Take me.
All
I'll
right.
do it for
So
free.
on my
I'll do it
Instagram,
for free. Just pay my trip.
real fast, on my Instagram, I hashtag the places and countries and the cities I want to visit.
Mhm.
So I have Greece, I have Spain, I
Yeah.
have California, I have things like that, and I always like fucking just scroll down. I'm like, man, I'm gonna get there one day. I'm gonna
Yeah.
get there one day.
Yeah, it's like the law of attraction. You know,
Hell
you
yeah.
just think about it, you're
Yes.
like, come true.
Hell yeah! So I mean, for sure, Greece is one of my top destinations. So
Mhm. Yeah,
What
definitely.
about you?
Well,
Just anywhere.
well, I mean, after that whole situation,
You gotta speak it.
no. My favorite one has been Greece as well.
this is culero.
Your favorite topic.
Oh man, he's such a culero right now, bro.
all right. I don't want to get into that.
You don't want to get into that situation?
Nah,
What situation?
What is that situation? Yeah.
just me and Trump don't have a good
Oh.
relationship right now.
Oh man, I'm
That's
talking
when they get
about
taken
like
care of, though.
after,
I
man. I'm
know.
talking about after, past. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
No,
Like in the
yeah.
future, bro.
No, but for sure, like Greece. No, for sure, like we've talked about it because we just love it. It's like one of the most romantic places you could go to.
I thought Paris would be one.
No. I feel like Paris is too like overrated.
think
I feel
so.
like yeah, Greece. I love it because like their
It's
their
nice.
architectural stuff and like
Yeah.
you know
Nice,
like
it looks nice.
me. I'm more of the type of person that loves the scenes. You know,
Mhm.
like yeah.
I feel that.
Okay.
I feel like
Okay.
Paris is like man-made. Greece, I
Mhm,
mean, it is
yeah.
true, but
Well, you have been
it's
But
very
nature
mixed
helped a
in
little
with
bit.
nature, yeah.
Yeah. So
All right, so your next trip, you're gonna go to.
Cancun. When are you
For real?
going? Yeah.
I'm.
so you're going too.
April.
Oh,
You?
nice. I'm going in next month in February.
Oh, what? That's so lit, dude. Cancun's so awesome.
Oh,
It
I'm going
wouldn't
to
have been
Tulum.
crazy if like y'all went at the same time.
Yeah, that
You're
would
like,
have been crazy.
Jay?
I would have
Becca?
been in the airplane like, I know,
It's like, shit.
Yeah.
You know, let's fucking drink, bro. I love drinking at the fucking the plane.
real?
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. And like, I feel like everybody's like, oh yeah, give me soda or give me water, or give me coffee. I'm like, dude, I'm here to party. I'm here to turn up. Go ahead and show me your whiskey, your vodka, and your tequila. Then I'll pick out the best one. For real. And it's me and my girlfriend. Like, she's always the same time. She's like, we should get tequila. We should get this.
That's awesome.
I'm like, are you serious? We're gonna be the only ones. I'm like, all right, fuck it. What you got for liquor? I'm like, oh yeah, we got these bottles. I'm like, fuck it.
Jay grabs the whole bottle.
And
like,
they don't
no,
charge
sir.
you. And they don't charge you, bro.
No way.
I thought they did.
No, they don't charge you.
My
Wait.
God, this whole time I'm like, who even
Different-
drinks in a
Wait,
plane?
they don't
They
charge
don't
for
charge
drinks?
you, bro. All right,
Which
shout out
airline?
Interjet. They go to Canada, they go to Chicago, they go to New York, they go to Mexico,
I'm so
they go to
shocked.
Cancun. So shout out Interjet because they are awesome. It was during the day and during the night, bro. We took 2 flights.
Yeah.
And yeah, bro, I just asked. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta ask. You just gotta ask. You just gotta get that
Oh, but
question
then
out the way.
depends how you got the free bottle.
Oh. No, bro. And then they're like,
I've never heard of that.
yeah, because I didn't see any like type of like liquor, and they're like, oh yeah, let's bring out the liquor, and then they showed us what they had, and hell no, I never paid.
You're like, yes, sir, come back here. They have a whole bar in the back.
Yeah, do you have your credit card? I'm like,
Yeah.
no, it was for free though.
Damn.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
So next time you guys go ahead and do that.
So,
Yeah.
Becca,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we were talking about so many things before the
many.
podcast, and I feel like we just forgot about all of them.
Okay.
We were talking about something about Gary Vee.
Yeah. Okay, so.
Oh yeah, shout out Gary Vee, man. He's
Yeah.
one of the reasons why we're doing this right
If
now.
you're watching this, bro, I fucking love you.
We
Oh, what's up, Gary Vee?
We're doing
Yeah,
this
we're
for
doing the
you.
Gary Vee challenge. All right, first off, I'll tell you how I know Gary Vee.
Mhm.
And I know him because of the garage sale video.
Mhm.
I think, do you
Yeah.
presented me? Okay, their whole garage sale video, that shit got me on the hook. And then the whole podcast, I mean, I listen to him every morning. So shout out Gary Vee, man. This is the
Yeah.
reason why we're doing it. man.
The way I know him, I grew up in Mexico, and like we came across, we were like shopping at the same store. I'm just kidding.
My
I
man.
was like, what does that have to do?
I'm like, whoa. You've been knowing Gary Vee this whole fucking entire time, bro?
His name back there was Gerardo.
Bro, I feel like I was just like another Mexican with his hair, bro. I don't think I was him.
No,
I got
was
this
really,
wine.
I was really into like self.
Motivation.
Yeah, like
Self-help.
I was watching the Mind Valley podcast.
Need help.
Yeah,
I
I needed help, and then from there I
listened to that
transferred to
too.
Gary Vee.
Oh,
Yeah. So it was like everything was just like they were both like so inspiring. Gary Vee was just like what I love about Gary Vee is like he doesn't give a fuck. He'll tell you things how they are, and like people be asking some stupid questions. He just
stupid
like,
ass questions.
bro, just do this, you know. So we like, yo, post content here, and there, and I'm like, fuck, all right, I'm gonna do it. And they're like, post content on TikTok too. I'm like, bro, but that's stupid. I said, do it. I'm like, God damn, all right, I'm gonna do it.
Bro, it'd be so funny.
Everybody's like, yes, okay. Right? When they talk to
And,
Yeah,
and,
for
and,
real.
and you know, like he's giving you a lecture, and you're just like, okay, yeah, I knew I thought about that.
And then he's like, but I'm posting things. He's like, how many? And I'm like, oh, 1 or 2. Post
That's
more.
why you're failing.
How do you know him, Becca?
Yeah.
So in my like last few years of college, my teacher was like, "Oh, you guys gotta read this book by Gary Vee." By then,
nice.
like all of my classmates were like, "Oh yeah, he's the best," and
No
I've
way.
never heard of him. So I was like, "What are y'all talking about?" Like,
I'm confused right now. I don't know what's
yeah,
going
like,
on.
who's actually cool? Like I don't understand.
Yeah.
So then I finally did Google him, and like I obviously read the book of the Crushing It or Crush It.
Yeah.
It was Crushing It. Yeah, and then I listened to the podcast and I was like, okay, yeah, this guy, like, he knows his shit. Like, he knows how to do it. Like, basically,
Yeah.
you know, like how all these people are like, oh, like, I have a plan. And in my head, when I heard him, I was like, okay, no, like, that's the real way.
Dude, and then he
do
came
it.
to Austin.
Yeah.
I remember, like, we
Oh,
were
yeah.
talking about it. We're like,
Yeah.
oh, dude, I was like so down for us to go. And then, but we just didn't.
You didn't go.
Like,
Oh.
fuck.
We'll see you next time, Gary Vee.
Yo,
man.
whenever you
every
come,
time you come
Gary
here,
Vee.
I will.
Text me, bro. You still have my number. Hopefully you do. If not, you know.
I know you have his number because he puts it out there.
Yeah.
Okay, every time he says the number on the podcast, in my head, I'm like, okay, 9, 4. But I'm so, like, slow. that I could never text this.
She's
still
like,
have it.
Becca's like, and that's the first time I got in a crash. You're like 2 9.
Yeah, I still every time like I need to text a number, but I forget.
Is there anybody else you listen to?
Yeah, I listen to so many. So like,
What are your top?
Shout 'em out.
is nowadays. I started with Jenna Kutcher. She's a photographer. She was a photographer. Now she's just like a educator.
Okay.
But so that was like the first podcast I ever listened to, and like
Cool.
that's how I got into it. And now I listen to a lot of the Heart and Soul. I think that's what it's called. It's for photographers. It's new.
Oh, cool. So, like, does it talk about like how to be better with photography and all that, or
yeah,
like just
and like motivation and just like
Kind of get you
client
exposed out there.
experience and just how they built their businesses? Because this is 2 girls that are basically like around my age and like literally making so much money.
for real?
Yeah, it's
Damn. I
insane
like that.
how
I like that.
like
And it's
how
crazy,
much money
yeah.
you can make in the wedding
Because it's
industry.
like people think that just because they're doing like a certain thing, you're like, oh, I won't make too much money out of it. But it's like, nah, bro. It's like if you actually put all your work and dedication into one certain
Yeah,
thing, like you can make like you don't even know where you can get.
So let me ask you this,
Oh,
Becca, real
yeah.
fast. Do you follow a certain company or a certain like influencer like right now that is like killing the game in the wedding game?
Oh yeah, I feel like there's so many accounts,
Really?
so many on Instagram that I
And you
look
follow
up
them?
to. Yeah, and that I like every single post. Like I get inspired by them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good to have that type of like inspiration as you're scrolling, you know, because I feel like at times I
Okay.
followed people that instead of me being like loving life, I'm like, like I wish that was me, or like, you know, like it's not bringing life to me. And
Right.
instead,
Yeah.
it's making me feel like shit. So then I end up on
And yeah,
following.
'cause-
Yeah,
Oh, well,
you gotta do what you gotta do. If it's
Then
not-
I was about to say like, but I post like inspirational shit like that for whenever I'm like, fuck, what the fuck am I doing with my life? Then that motivates me to be like, you know what? I want to be there. I want to be at their level.
True.
You know,
but
so
there's
it's like,
some that are just not good, or like that I'm
Okay.
like, you know, like you're looking at it and you're like, what's so special about you?
Yeah.
Know, you're just being mean, and then that's what I mean by
and
the
that's when
negative,
he
yeah.
and that's when she unfollowed Jay
Yeah.
Santana.
Hey man,
hating
I
on
was like,
him.
oh shit, I have 559 followers. Oh shit, 558. All right, cool. Bet.
Bro, that's funny.
Yeah.
All right, Becca. Well, let's get into this. Throughout your life, what do you feel was one of your biggest struggles to get to like where you were at, or like what has just been like something like really complicated, and what has helped you just like say, you know, fuck it, I'm gonna do it, and you're like where you're at now? Like, what's motivating you to do it?
Okay, business wise, I remember when I was still in college, because I graduated from U of H. Go Cougs. Which is
Yeah.
amazing because I'm a mom, and
Wow.
you know, most young. Sorry, guys. Random. I meant to say
That's
that
cool.
earlier. Yeah, that's cool. It's like nobody asked you. I know. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on.
Love it, love
Hand
it,
in
love
hand,
it.
like something that goes with that, like my field, like right when I was in the middle of my college career, I was like, why am I here? Like I could have been doing this on my own without these stupid teachers, without like these stupid grades and the paying tuition. Because literally anybody can do it from YouTube. Or
Exactly.
just,
I feel like
if
that's
you want
where-
it, you got
Yeah,
it.
that's the, I
Yeah.
feel like YouTube has been like one
Right.
of like,
It's like university, man.
yeah, it is. It
Yes.
really is. Like, you want to learn how to do this, you want to learn how to start a podcast.
Literally everything, man.
Everything.
Fucking from tying your shoes to tying
Fixing a
fucking
car.
tie, fixing
For
a car,
real.
A computer.
computer,
If
taking.
you need help fixing a car, go to YouTube, Hidalgo Motors TV.
I saw that. I was like, I was like, finally, somebody I can trust.
There
I
you
know,
go,
right?
hey man. So
All right.
yeah, you go him.
Back to you.
Okay, hold on. But point of that, yeah, okay, like for me, since I'm a mom, like when Jonas is like in that age of like college, like I'm not even gonna be like go to college. I'm gonna be, if you don't know what you want to do right now, take the year off and like put it into yourself, like learn
Yeah.
about yourself, learn what you
I feel like the
truly
first
wanna
thing
do.
That's
somebody
the best.
should know,
You
should
know? Like,
do
try everything.
was like, what do you want to do in life? Well, like, what's your purpose? You know, if you don't want to be like a
Passion.
doctor or engineer or something, then like, don't go to school. Like, you're just gonna waste your time, your
Yes.
parents' money, and like, you know.
I feel like I mean, I don't have a kid, but I mean, if I was a parent, I would just like always give my child the best advice. the best advice that I looked up to. And with that, let them like figure it out. Because I mean that's what's gonna get him through like the years of like growth, man.
Yeah,
just figure it out, man.
For sure.
Literally, that's me all the time. Like every single day, I'm like telling Jonas like a random ass quote. I'm like, if you don't try, then when will you? Like,
it works. It works, man.
Yeah.
Because they always be like, oh well, mom said this or dad said this, and I mean they look up to that.
Yeah, because you grew up with the things that you hear from when you were little.
That, but it's like, what else? I mean, as a kid growing up, what else can you look up to? You know what I'm saying? What, the media? No, they love their parents.
Yeah,
they're gonna listen to their parents.
That's true. Yeah. So.
Shout out veggies. My
Veggies?
My dog.
Oh.
That's his kid.
Oh, that's your
my
kid.
kid.
That's your kid. That's funny. But I feel like I love quotes as well. One of my life goals is like when I'm older to make a little book of all the quotes that I've made up, because I'm always making up quotes, and for me to design it. Since I know graphic design.
Sure.
Do you want to do that too?
Yeah.
Let's
But we
do
want to
it.
do that. We're like talking about like literally like, well, this weekend we're like, dude, we should do like a book full of quotes, just quotes, our favorite quotes.
And
don't
like,
copy that.
But in the good thing about that is like you can read it and it'll take you back to that exact time in your life where like you really like you came up with it, or like it hit you
It's like a
hard.
song, you know. Whenever you hear a song, it's like it'll take you back to a certain memory.
Britney Spears, right? That's
What I love those days. Those my shirtless days.
Let's see those pictures. No, I'm kidding. Don't want to see
just
that.
kidding.
Damn.
All right.
We go way back.
Right?
We're trying to be serious here, damn it.
Hold on, I was gonna say something. I forgot.
You forgot. All right.
3 hours later.
Okay, hold on. Here's one of my favorite quotes. You know that quote that's like, life is 90% and 10% is how you react to it. So good. Yeah.
Wait, say that again.
Like life is
It's
90%,
okay.
and 10% is how you react to it.
Yeah.
That's
like,
true.
You know, whatever situation, like you can control it with your emotions.
Exactly. It can be like it can be a good reaction or it can be a bad reaction, but that bad reaction is gonna lower you down. But that good reaction is gonna, you know what I'm saying, change the way your mood is. Like
for sure.
Bro.
Yeah, so like whenever my Jonas is like, you know, getting cranky or whiny or doesn't want to do something, I'm like, okay, you're in a sucky situation. It sucks. You don't want to do it. There's no other choice. You gotta do it. So you have two choices. Either you whine and you cry and you're angry, or you can choose to be happy and make it an adventure, and maybe you can have fun. And then he's like, okay, I choose happy. And then I'm like, okay,
dude, yes.
That's nice.
I wish I had a mom. I love my mom, but I wish I had.
No, but like making it so simple for a kid to understand, like happy or sad, which one do I want?
Yeah,
you know?
for sure. It's like you're giving them options, you know.
So what do you say to all the single moms out there right now, around, you know, young age right now?
Young age?
That they don't know. They don't
goodness.
know kind of like what's going on.
I actually have a neighbor that she was 19 and got pregnant, which is exactly like me. I was 19 and got pregnant. So I was telling her like, yeah, like I finished school and blah, blah, blah. And she was just shocked at the fact that I did all of that. And she was like, how did you do it? And I was just like, well, my parents helped me a lot, and the government helped me a lot, and God helped me a lot. So those three things mixed together. Because for her, she didn't graduate because she was pregnant. So my best advice is really just get on the internet, because you can literally get your GED. You can go to school if that's what you want to do, or you can like develop a passion. You can make something and sell it online. You literally
like,
anything. You can like film yourself being pregnant and like the life of a young mom.
Yeah, it's like what she's pretty much saying is like, just because you have a kid, that doesn't mean it's the end of your dreams, you know.
Right.
Yeah. For me, if anything, like every single time like I'm around Jonas or like I think about like life with him, it's more of like motivation.
Yeah, and I feel like people do better whenever they do things like not selfishly, because like if you go and like take like in life, you know, like if you go and say like I'm gonna do this because of me, then you're gonna be lazy and you're not gonna do this and that, you know, because you feel like whatever, I can live another day without this, you know. But if you're doing it with like somebody else in your head, like in your occasion, you're like doing it to give Jonas a better life, you know. I feel like that's what's gonna push you to do better and be better in life as well.
Let me ask you that: does that like having Jonas in your life, you being, you know, who you are now, does that push you every second of the way? of like being out there, like getting your business, putting your name out there?
Definitely, because I know like we both want better things, you know, Jonas and I, like, or like he loves to travel as well. He wants to go to New York so bad, so he's like, let's go.
Shout out New York.
Yeah.
Jonas, you need to go to New York, bro.
Yeah, so like
They'll
that
treat you
to
right.
me, it's like New York can be cheap. You can get a good deal, but
Man, it's fun time.
Dude, Becca be putting some good deals whenever she finds like,
there's
even
so
if she's
many
not like
deals.
going like on a trip, she's like, I just found this cheap ass
Oh,
flight,
dude, I need to
Yeah.
start
and I'm
following
like, bro, do I want to go?
Right?
Nice.
Because I'm like, there's a good flight, guys. Like, whoever
Yeah.
can, just take it because it's good.
Hey, I'll be like that
Yeah.
in like emotional buyer, like, oh shit.
Me too.
All right, fuck it, do it. Bank account says okay, fuck it.
Even when it doesn't say okay, like it's alright, bro.
Alright.
We got it.
Yeah, that's funny, bro.
All right.
Well, just like the want of us both wanting something better is definitely like, okay, well then try harder because it's doable. You just gotta work for it. So to me, it's like, okay, just get your shit together, like do it, like stop wasting time, stop stalling. I think that's what.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay,
Cool.
okay.
Awesome.
So you're saying 2019 you kind of stalled a bit. That's what you're saying before the podcast.
Yeah, kinda. I feel like, in a way, like I put all these excuses of like I'm busy, I have to do this, like this comes first and that, and then really never getting to it.
Okay.
But like I'm so tired of those excuses.
Now we got you on
And
film.
you should be
Yeah.
because it's like I tell like everybody like family wise is like, oh, I want to do this and that, and they don't do it because they don't have time. But it's
Yeah.
like,
Time is
bro,
a
if you
factor.
knew what I did at work, I like go bust my ass and do this, do that, stress about this and that. Yet I come home and I don't watch Netflix. Instead, I hit up my homie Jay. We're like, bro, let's do a podcast.
Right.
I was like, fuck yeah, let's do it, or we do
Right.
something else or something else. And I feel like everybody like has times. Like it's just about like how important it is to one, you know.
I mean, you can watch Netflix and you can watch the season U, which is a pretty good
I
season.
fucking love it. Yeah.
Some other day,
I'm on my last episode.
bro. Should I tell you what happened?
You're talking about like, oh
I
no,
fucking
yeah,
love
we don't-
you, bro.
You see, I haven't even watched it. I don't really watch TV.
See, that's good.
I don't
so
got time.
fuck Netflix. Anyways.
All right. She actually doesn't have
I
time.
know.
Yeah, I have a little bit of time.
Lunch break.
But anyways, anybody can find time.
Yes.
Anybody can find time to do what they want, their goals, you know what I'm saying? If they want to be a songwriter, if they want to be a producer, if they want to be a photographer.
photographer.
Yeah, exactly. Like, dude, don't fucking make the excuse that you don't have time because you do have time. We have the time right here talking to you guys right now. And we have a good example here, and there.
Actually, like before we started, I was telling them like, you guys, like I cannot believe you've like been doing this and like it's doing so good and like it's just motivation for me at least to
And
be,
even for like
stick to it.
busy people like you guys, if you don't have time to watch this whole video, I know it's long, but it's like us talking about like all these things. But now we're gonna be available on Spotify, iTunes.
And Google Music, Amazon Music, everywhere, bro. Every
Everything.
fucking platform.
Yes,
That's so good to hear from me because I like to drive
Yes.
and listen to
exactly.
it.
Or like
Yeah.
work out, and I'm like, yes, podcast.
I know we've
podcast.
been like fucking like lazy on that, but we just got it on like running now.
Yeah.
So
So
whenever this
guys,
video's out, it's gonna be available on all streaming platforms. The Be Someone podcast is actually gonna come to everybody's.
So how should they
platform.
look it up?
Put Be Someone.
Be
That's
Someone.
it. Just Be Someone. And then
Podcast or Be Someone?
Be Someone podcast. Of
Be
course.
Someone podcast. Pendejo.
Get it right.
All right, guys. So
Yeah.
it's been a fucking wonderful show. Becca, this is your time right now to talk to the viewers and tell them exactly, you know, what your motivational like quotes, like other motivational quotes that you have for
I
them.
think she already said everything.
Well, she did, but other things she want to throw out there for
Hold
the
on,
world.
hold on. Okay, so another thing I've been stalling for like 2 years.
Okay,
really.
more stalling.
Like I like helping people, and I'm good at taking pictures. So for me, taking a picture, a good one is not that hard. So I feel like anybody can do it, which with kind of goes hand in hand with what he said that some people just don't got it. Yeah. Anyway, I've been
Because I
wanting-
hate going like somewhere and like I take some badass
Oh,
picture, like,
yeah.
hey, take a picture of me, and like over here, like, God damn
or,
it.
like the ceiling and just
Bro, I hate that shit too. Bro.
Anyways,
Yeah.
go.
Anyway, so like I want to help you guys take better pictures and
There you
edit
go.
them. So like I've been wanting to make presets, which are filters for Lightroom, so that you can like download them for free, and you can
And
like
Lightroom is on the App Store as well, so you can get it on
Lightroom is
your
free.
phone, right?
Yeah, you can get it on your phone. I used to use VSCO for editing, and then I finally made myself learn Lightroom. I feel like this was me learning Lightroom last year.
Wait, does that go with like the Bisco girls? Something like that? I never got that.
I feel
don't
like I
know.
was on Visco, and then I got to Lightroom, and then the whole Visco girl thing happened. So I
okay.
don't really know what Visco girl is.
All right, forget it.
I think it's a trend.
Cool.
Anyway, so with that said, I've been wanting to do that for like 2 years. So now that this is going on, whenever this video is out, I'll give y'all a link. You guys can click on it. You can download your
Is it going to be right here?
It's going to be on the show notes or the description. Yeah, so that. But for real, if anybody likes photography and wants to like learn more about it, actually everybody should be into photography, because if you have social media, you
and
need
if you want
it.
more followers, you want more likes, you better have a dope ass picture. If not, ain't nobody gonna like it.
My girlfriend always gets like get on my ass for that. It's like,
what?
Because like, you know, we be going out traveling, whatever. Like we be taking pictures, and then like she wants me to take a picture of her and shit like that. And I'm like,
and your pictures suck.
My pictures suck. And she's like,
Yes.
well, if you're gonna be big on social media, you better start doing it now. I'm like,
well, you got someone to learn from.
Yeah, but like the thing is like people, not y'all, but some people are like, oh, I need to hire a photographer. When it's like, no, you do not.
Dude, okay, no, but Jay doesn't like pictures though, because whenever like we're at the Renaissance Fest, I love taking pictures. Like I'm on my phone.
No,
like,
that's something else.
Pose there, bro. Like, all right, if I see like a cool scene, I'm like, bro, take a picture there. You're like, nah, bro, not right now, bro.
I'm not
You
gonna
need
be.
to do it. You need to get over that.
Dude, I'm not gonna be doing like.
You have to, bro. That's like.
It's like people get so ashamed when taking selfies in public.
Exactly,
bro.
But the whole world is doing it. Literally, the whole world is.
And you know the craziest thing to me, like the bloggers, bro, that just like go out and they're like blogging themselves, walking in
like
front of people and just like talking like.
I thought that's how you were at the Renaissance.
Yeah. But see, like we got some dope ass pictures though.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We did.
But yeah.
Anyway, so you guys all have to learn. If you have kids, please encourage them to learn, because it's the future. It's here.
For real.
Just learn. It's not that hard. Oh, another thing that I'm so impressed. They've been doing all of this like on their own, like editing, the microphone, the graphics. Like they were not like, oh, I need to hire someone. They did it themselves.
But if we did need to hire somebody, would have hired you.
Stupid. Thank you. But just goes to show that you can do it yourself. Just do it. It's just like the want has to be there.
It's like you can't say, oh, I can't start this because I don't have that, or like, boy, just like put some effort into it and like, you know, get it done.
Yeah, so you
but
guys,
thanks for it, Becca.
Whatever you're thinking about that's in your head, just get it out on paper and start working on it. Stop dwelling.
Okay.
You heard your wise words from Becca, Rebecca, aka your fave mom.
If you're a mom, follow me.
You're a mom, follow. If you're a daddy, what about?
If you
Yeah,
like,
that's too.
if you like
Parents.
photos, if you like, you know,
Yeah.
everything she's talking about, please follow her and like.
Yeah.
That's what I tell people. If you like what you see, follow. If you don't, just move on. It's
Exactly.
all right.
Becca,
Yeah.
it was amazing
All right,
having you.
guys.
I feel like she knows what we do here. This is the Be Someone podcast, and this is our guest Becca, and this is the end of the show. Let's do it. I want to do that too. Come on.
The other hand.
Esketiitttt.